Now's the time to choose your group. You can pause this video or wait to have the close-up of the stones. This is group 1, the coral. This is group 2. I forget what this stone is called, but I know it's man-made and it was gifted to me. This is group 3. This is the calcite, the pink calcite. So remember, take a couple of deep breaths in and just see which one is calling to you right now. Could be the backs of the cover or the positions of the cards. Timestamps are down below. And enjoy your reading, you incredible souls.
Hello, Taurus Group 1. Welcome to All You Need to Know About February. First time ever doing these kinds of readings, so let me know if this has resonated so I can continue doing them. So we're going to start with basically the first part of February, stuff that you already know because we're already mid-February, and then where's this all going by the end of the month. And we're also going to pick the overall energies. So, what do we need to know? I see love, love, love. Love, love, love. Maybe walking away from love. Because you have the 8 of Cups. There's definitely a decision that needs to be made. Taurus, Group 1. Judgments. Okay, interesting. Let's see, for mid-February now. Queen of Pentacles. Another 8 of Cups. Okay, you're definitely going to be walking away from whatever this is mid-February. To maybe find your Emperor. Or maybe your Queen. One more cards for the end of February for my Taurus Group 1s. A message of incoming money. The Sun card. And the 8 of Swords. Okay, so that's 2 8 of Swords. Taurus. You're definitely holding yourself back from something. From probably your happiness. Probably letting maybe emotions get to you. Justice and Hermit. Could we clarify this Justice and Hermit? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see if we'll need any clarifications afterwards. Oh! Okay. I wanted an overall energy. And we got it. So for you, Taurus Group 1s, your overall energy would be the 10 of Swords with the Queen of Swords reversed. So this to me right away is, the first thing that comes up is like, hold your tongue. Maybe what you want to say is filled with emotions and they might not help the situation at hand or just not help the overall themes that are going to happening this month. You also have the 10 of Swords, so there is an ending coming along. It could be a mental turmoil that you've been just, you know, processing and you've been kind of forcing. But more importantly, it's like you've been tormenting yourself with this. And I see that a lot with all the cards over here because you have 2 8 of Cups, which is all about moving forward, leaving the past behind. And then you have also 2 8 of Swords, which is really like this woman, as you can see, she's veiled and is to really unveil yourself with the misery or the turmoil or maybe even taking accountability of how you participated in some of the pain and some of the turmoil and some of the mental kind of trauma that you've been going with and going along with. Like if you have somebody that is very emotionally just irrational, you accepting or staying in that position or staying with that person kind of makes you accountable of your responsibility and accountable of the choice, meaning that you have chosen to stay in that kind of trauma. Is that making sense for? Hopefully it is. All I know is that there is an ending and you have control of this ending. You're going to decide whether or not you're going to move forward and kind of take like those swords from the back that you've been stabbing in the back of yourself and putting those swords down and stop self-sabotaging in that way, especially in terms of like getting too emotional. Any queen really in reverse means that you're just, in this case, you're just letting your mind take over, because swords rule the air element, and therefore the mind element. I'm not saying that very correctly, but I think you get what I'm trying to say here. And then you have the cup element, which is ruled by the emotions. So in reverse, this person cannot really rule her emotions, and this is within your first week. So we're going to get within the first week. Basically, that the theme of the month is to stop self-sabotaging, and I feel like also like this gloating aspect, like in the sense that you're gloating about something that isn't yours to gloat about. Is that possible, Group 1 Tauruses? You might be taking recognition of something that is not yours to take recognition from, and you might be tormenting yourself because of it. So it's, or you just forgive and forget, or you make it right for this month. I don't know. That's another message that's coming along. We'll see. Now, for the first week, you have a big decision to make. I was talking about a lover, because you have the Lover's card over here, but the Lover's card could also indicate a big decision. And with basically the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from something, it generally kind of emphasizes a bit more of that decision that needs to be made. You're kind of reluctant. There might be a love relationship, there might be work related. All I know is that there's better things for you to come, because, and you're gonna definitely be walking away from it, at least this week you're definitely walking away from it. And I feel like you're going to become this ultimate queen of her domain, which in this case, the queen, now that I think about it, you have a lot of queens here. You must be a queen, darling. You even have a king, another king over here, emperor. So the queen over here of Pentacles is all about money, right? Money related. And next to that, you have the emperor. I am almost feeling like it has something to do with love or work. It has something to do with moving along, because the queen is all about abundance and finding this new line of work, especially walking away. When you have something like walking away with the Eight of Cups over here. Or it could be you just walking away from a love that just wasn't working anymore. Because you have over here also the Emperor, and it could be that. It could be somebody exuding those and I'm saying walking away, and I'm assuming that most of my viewers are feminine, but it's not limited to that. It's more in the sense that I'm getting a lot of like queen vibes. So it's, or you exude those very feminine yin aspects, and the king vibes over here are very limited in comparison to that. So that's why I'm categorizing you more as a queen. So in the first week, you had a decision to make. You needed to walk away from something. You also have the Eight of Swords, which is, again, this unveiling, right? So we talked about that a little bit before. And you had the emotions kind of rising high. And it might be limiting you or might be preventing you from moving forward. But I feel like in the second week, things are going to get a lot clearer, and you're going to just move forward. Like, you're not going to see any other choice, and you're just going to be like, you know what? I gotta go. This is not for me. I need to get out of here. Now, like I said, we're going to be exuding these two characteristics, which is very empowering, solid in your foundations, basically the entrepreneur that you've been kind of striving for, Taurus. In my understanding of Taurus, you guys are like, pretty bomb entrepreneurs and bosses. You also have the Messenger of Earth, so the Messenger of Pentacles, which means that there might be a message for you by the end of this week. Something probably pretty positive, because the week after that you have the Sun card. The Sun card is like the card that just, it's the light basically at the end of the tunnel. It's like, it's illuminating, it's going to shine something. But with all this greatness, you might have a couple of doubts that might come and creep back up. So I would definitely get that in check. So look at your limiting beliefs, look at how you view yourself and view your capabilities. Are they more in a positive way, or are they harder, like in a more negative way? And I feel like, honestly, it is whatever you're feeling about yourself, whatever doubts, whatever emotions that come up that is just depleting your energy, it's all self-made. It really, really is. Because right over here you have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is all about celebrating. It's time to celebrate your winnings. I almost feel like this is like the sabotage here is like the imposter syndrome. You kind of feel like, oh my god, I don't have enough experience in this. How did I get this far? Type of vibe. And I mean, I'm here to remind you that you are worthy of no matter what. And if you feel like there's still things that you need to learn, who says you can't learn on the way? Who says you can't, gain that wisdom? But you should be your number one cheerleader, right? And the Three of Cups over here just kind of emphasizes that it's time to celebrate your winning. It's time to stop like tormenting yourself. Over here, you also, however, have Justice in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and then you have Five of Wands. I still don't understand. Let's take a clarification card. I'm almost okay. So two, fine. Okay, so I'm kind of getting like the vibe that you finally decided to get out of your comfort zone and get out of this hermit state, and you made that choice. You made that decision with the Justice card. You made that decision to go and get out of your shell and do something. And then there's been a lot of it kind of backfired on some ways. And I feel like by the end of this month, that backfiring might happen again. You might get some haters, but if you stay clear and you don't let them bother you, and you take the veils out of those eyes and you stop doubting yourself, you're gonna have an incredible alliance, an incredible cooperation, a partnership. You're going to be manifesting that with the Magician over here and the Two of Cups. It is the ultimate, like one of the two cards in the whole tarot deck where it's really about, especially outright, it's really about two people coming together. So it could be partnership, it could be love related. If you, like, whatever questions you had in regards to that, that's what it was. That's what it's going to be for. Now, you still have so much fighting. Like, there's so much fighting in the cards. Mental, and like the Seven is also about fighting. And I almost feel like it's with your King of Pentacles. It could be a boss. I always see the kings as a boss because they represent entrepreneurship, everything that has to do with the mundane in terms of businesses, right? They're the ones who know business. They're the yang, they're the go-getters in this card deck, obviously. Someone who's not really aligned, who's not really like, who's not up to your speed spiritually, I feel. And this fighting might be like this person over here, that one of your haters. They just don't want to see you succeed. All I can say to that is don't let them dictate your life. Sometimes We allow other people to make us believe that, you know, we're not good enough, we're not old enough, we don't have the experience enough, and it's just goddamn not true. Like, it's just not true. Nobody's up in the sky writing in chalk up somewhere saying that you need to have this much experience to start a business. You need to have this much to do this. It's, if you have an idea, yes, have a plan. Doesn't mean the plan's going to go according to plan, but it's a good kind of, oh yeah, you're definitely spiritually growing, girl. Or honey, darling, and celebration. Oh my god, you have nothing to worry about for this month. Like, I'm actually pretty curious to see what's going to happen with you next month. Friendships. Whatever friends, whatever haters you had, they're definitely getting replaced with some new people in your life. Again, you have celebration, which is basically the Three of Cups card. It's the same card, just in oracle form. So for you, don't let whoever this person is or your haters dictate who you are. Know who you are. And you are an incredible soul that decided to reincarnate in this earth so you can learn some stuff. There's ups and downs, but ultimately you are worthy, just like anybody else, to do whatever your heart desires. Okay? And I think that's it for you, group 1. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comment section below, and have a great February. Ciao. Hello, my Taurus group 2s. Welcome to your February pick card. We've already, it's technically my first time doing this, so I'm kind of just winging it. Right now, you've already gone through the first week, so it's going to be fun to see what has happened, and then we're going to go through your basically the second part of February, and then the third part of February to get an overview, and then we're going to get also just an overall energy of the month. So let's go with Taurus. Taurus. Everybody's transforming this week. Okay. I need to know. Taurus first group. Oh, fun. My Tauruses, you guys are walking away from stuff this month. Or at least you're trying to, or at least your guides are letting you know that it's time to walk away from something. Babaloo. So the overall energy is the Ace of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So I feel like there's something that's not going to go as planned. The wheels have kind of stopped for you at the moment. I almost feel like because it's like the time for you to venture in a new emotional journey. Like the aces of any ace is usually a new beginning, and I feel like you're kind of entering this new phase in your life emotionally where you might have to like I'm getting the sense of like you learning how to love yourself, if that makes sense. Like you've kind of depended on others for your love, and now this month it's going to be for you to finally start accepting yourself and loving yourself. If that makes sense. Yeah. Now let's go with the overall. Let's go with like basically what happened this week. So you have the Hierophant, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So for the first week, you've probably already seen it happen because we're already at the second week. And I'm kind of getting the sense that there is a lack of discipline that has been unfolding, or that you have been more disciplined this week, because you have the Six of Swords, which is all about this kind of going into like calmer waters, and kind of going away from fighting. I feel like you've kind of like managed this new way of this new passion, like there's a new love for life because you've been a little more disciplined into picking your battles and walking away from things that just doesn't serve you anymore. Kind of like taking the veils off. Kind of like what I was saying about you starting to put yourself first, Taurus group 2. You're putting yourself first and you're like, I don't need all this. I don't want it. You can have it. It's yours. Almost like I'm getting a sense that you felt that you were picking up a lot of people's energies and now you're just saying enough is enough. I don't want it anymore, which is really fun because coming into the second part of your week. So this week you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Abundance over here, and you have like a walking away. So you're finally taking actions and walking away from something that no longer serves you. Now this could be maybe a job. Maybe your boss has a feminine energy to them, or this could be representing you. You're taking in and you're saying, you know what? I am going to embody my Taurus just energy, embody my Queen energy, my abundant energy, and I'm just going to walk away from everything that just doesn't serve me anymore. You have a messenger of fire, and you have transformation, which is generally speaking the tarot moment. And then you have a 6 of airs again. You have a 6 of swords again. You have it again. So I just feel like you're just fine-tuning. You're just fine-tuning all these energetic, just these emotional turmoils with other people, and you're just walking away from it. Like, again, the second week, you're going to be walking away again from, you're going to be moving into calmer waters. Every time you're practicing this self-love and this self-awareness and this like, you know what, I'm going to put me first. You're taking the step forward into moving away from things that just doesn't serve you anymore. Things that are just draining your energy, and things that could be people, it could be situations, it could be events, it could be your work, it could be all of that. And I almost feel like by mid-February, you're kind of looking for, you're kind of like waiting for a sign. This is your confirmation that you don't need a sign. You don't need a sign. Just walk away from it. This sign is, it's or you're waiting for a sign or you're waiting for confirmation, and it's or you don't need it, or once you get that confirmation or the lack thereof, there might be like, you might be sending a message to someone and you don't get any responses. Whatever it is, allow it to remove the rotten pieces from your foundations and to replace them and walk away into calmer waters. This new version of yourself is going to be beautiful. By the end of February, there's still going to be a bit of, decisions to make. You're still resisting. You have the 2 of Swords over here, which usually means, especially in reverse, is the lack of decision making. And then you have the 9 of Swords, which is kind of like a self-made, keeping yourself awake at night. But overall, you have the Ace of Cups and you have the Page of Coins. To me, this is saying that no matter the heartache, no matter the pain, right? Because you have this, the whole like goal of your month is to start loving yourself. And I feel like you're gonna start doing that. You're gonna start correcting and start, again, like by the end of February, you're on the way into moving forward. I'm really curious to see what your March has to say, because there's still a lot of turmoil. There's still a lot of decision making, but it's really self-made. And to get to this point, you're kind of resisting into going into this safer, more calmer grounds. Let's get a couple of oracles. Nature, okay. Nature is a great free therapy that you can go to. Emerging, you're definitely turning into. Okay, so nature is a great free therapy, right? if you're going through all kinds of stuff, go out, and nature will usually just suck all that extra energy that doesn't belong to you. Emerging to me with Guardian Angel says that you're safe to just grow. You're safe into this transformation, into this new becoming of someone new. Almost want to say like the real version of yourself. I feel like you've been putting a mask on for so long for so many people, and now you're finally taking off all those masks, but that will entitle you into just removing some of the rotten pieces of your foundations, right? Things that you put there because you thought it was the right thing to do or the right place to be at, and you're just like, no, this is not what I really want. So you getting to know yourself you'll start understanding what do you really want as well. Let's go with one more card. Oh, we have one here. Feeds your artist. Wow, that's beautiful. So some of my Taurus group twos, you're definitely an artist at heart, and I feel like you've been maybe someone in the corporate world and have not been able to embrace that, and hence I feel like nature has something to do with that too. I feel nature will help you and feed this artistic side of you. Let's read the card from Chris Ann, the Sacred Creators Oracle. Feed your artist. So the essential meaning is passionate maker, creative play, supporting yourself with your passion, time to experience, ability to be free from roles, nourishing your artistic soul, creating an inspired future, ability to inspire others. You are in flow with the universe. This kind of goes with this new spark, right? This new spark, this inspiration, the reason why you're moving forward. I mean, the reason why you are adapting this new queen-like, queen of abundance-like attitude. There's a money myth out there that healers are broke-ass hippies and that creatives are starving artists. And it doesn't have to be this way. It actually isn't this way at all. There are healers, creatives, and artists everywhere who are building abundant, prosperous lives with their craft. You too can use your passions and your creativity to fill your world with joy and abundance. Allow them to support and guide you on your journey, and diligently feed your inner artist, trusting that it is a productive pursuit. Your art may be a shot of daily yoga with a side of delightful conversations, or maybe it's expressive dance that clears your stress. Whatever it is, allow playful art to seep into your life. The real unpolished, uncontrived play that floats your soul. Do more of that. Indulge your inner creator by diving into something you've been inspired to try, with no judgments and with no expectations except the expectations of experiment. Your self-expression will nourish the miraculous light you've got inside, and incredibly serendipitous opportunities will surface when you are out in the world enjoying your life as art. These are some questions you can contemplate. How often do you schedule in time for creative play? And how spontaneous are you about diving into something that looks like it will be fun? Are you leaving time for experimentation? How harshly do you judge your initial attempts? What type of artist are you? What is your life as art? These are the questions to contemplate for the month of February. Let me know how that actually goes. And we'll probably see each other in March. Ciao. Hello, Taurus Group 3. Welcome to your February pick card. We're going to go and get into it right away. We'll first see what we need to know for our first week, second week, third week. First week has already passed, so we'll kind of have an idea of where this is all going. Kind of feeling that one. Okay. Knight of Cups. Shadow work. Give me one more. Two more. Okay. Getting out of some kind of Addictive behaviors. Okay, lots of my Tauruses have a lot of shadow work and a lot of work to take off this veil of doubts and that you don't really belong. Okay, we have a lot of cards about taking the mental turmoil out. Let's see what the overall energy is. Okay, let's keep those. Okay, well, there's definitely a new endeavor for you. So let's start with your overall energy. Your overall energy is the 5 of Cups. You have a Page of Emotions, and then you have the Hermit. So honestly, to me, I feel like you're getting over a heartache. There's a big, big heartache. It could be job related. It could be love related. All I know is that you're having kind of trouble right now to see like the light across the tunnel. But I want you to know that this month is all about releasing all that into kind of going within so you can find this newfound love. And to me, like my groups before, and for most of the Zodiacs this month is all about finding that love for yourself. I feel like it's going to be so important for everybody, and especially you, my group 3s, because in the first week, which you've already probably felt, you have the Knight of Cups, you have the 3 of Swords in reverse, you have Shadow Work, you have the Devil card, and you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So to me, it's just like there's like this love that kind of wants to come in, but you're just not having it because you're still kind of not over the last relationship. And for that to actually switch, you still have a bit of shadow work to do. For those who don't know what shadow work is, it's just, all these emotions that come up, especially the repetitive ones, is for you to just face them and to just face them head on and be like, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this? Why is this still in my vibrational field? Why am I still triggered by certain things? And just loving those parts of yourself, healing them, even if you're not even 100% sure, you just be like, you know what? It doesn't matter where they come from. I love myself no matter what comes up, and I am going to give myself the love that I deserve. Now, you have the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, sorry, which is about the burden. There's like this big burden on your shoulder, but it's self-made. Like the Devil, I know a lot of people get scared of it, but it's really just the temptation. So you have a temptation to, for instance, put too much work on your shoulders or say yes to too many things. And I kind of feel like you're kind of learning from that now, because it's in reverse. So for me, there could be 2 messages for 2 different people. It's or you're allowing it to get to you, and that's why the Devil card is here, and you have a resistance to just face the situation. Could be one of the reasons why you still have the shadow work. But it could also be that you are starting to see the temptations that your brain and yourself you tend to do that get you in this position of overworked, burnout, people pleasing. You're kind of starting to see all that shift into place. Now, that was for the first week. The second week, there's a huge, huge tower moment. You might have already felt it already. But tower moment just means that things are breaking apart, so you could finally get something better out of it. And you're kind of starting, I feel like you're kind of doubting yourself. Now, the tower moment can be work, maybe you lost your job, maybe you lost some friends, maybe you lost your boyfriend, girlfriend. There's something that you hold dear that you thought you really wanted, or that you thought that is going to be there forever. And I almost feel like the universe kind of shattered that to humble you, or to get you to see that this is not probably what you wanted, or to kind of get you to face like this moments of, doubts. The 8 of Swords is all about doubts. It's all about like, hey, Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I didn't deserve it. Maybe I didn't work hard enough. Maybe this, maybe that. And I feel like it's just this like endless fighting. You keep fighting in your head about all this stuff. And like with this being reverse, I'm kind of getting the sense that you're starting to see what is going on, what's keeping you up at night, and you might actually start doing something about it, or might start getting ideas, but you're still kind of caught up in all this fear and all this like turmoil, that which is normal because the tarot is like a major arcana. It's not a very friendly kind of awakening. It's usually hard. We feel beat up after. You definitely need to rest. Deep rest will be very, very important. But I feel like all this was necessary because you have oh, it's funny. I kind of saw this like the Seven of Swords, which is usually like a warning sign that somebody around you is not being very honest and truthful, but it's actually the Eight of Swords. So there might be an overthinking about someone not being truthful or honest, or you are just self-sabotaging once again, creating or not really doing the shadow work, right? But with this coming again, because we have it over here in the last period, I feel like you're starting to see how you're responsible of some of the things. You're taking accountability. You have the Queen of Wands over here to me that says in reverse, that is saying with this card, the Eight of Swords, is that you're starting to take the blinds off of your eyes and being like, hey, how did I, maybe I did something. How did I contribute to this person? Or how did I contribute in letting them do these very heartache feels, and how do I allow that to just happen? And I feel like you're going to become very shortly after that, once you start acknowledging, you start questioning, and you start asking yourself these questions, I feel like you're going to become the king of your emotions, and there's going to be just a new adventure. So if this is in regards to work, you were asking about work, this is like a confirmation, something new is going to come, and something new is going to come. And I almost feel like it's going to come fast because you have the dragon over here, and the dragons are usually like good luck and abundance and moving forward quickly, right? That's the way I see them. So Ace of Coins, it's usually this new beginning, new chapter in money. And by the end of February, I think you're just going to have it's going to be hard, but I feel like it's going to be worth it. Something big is going to come your way. Especially when you choose yourself first, especially if you go with this theme of the month and you go within to find this inner love for yourself. Stop dwelling on the past, stop regretting the past, stop doubting your past, doubting your decisions. That is going to be super, super important for you. Let's take one oracle card to just sum it all up. Integrate your knowing. And we're going to read this. We're going to read it, because I feel there's going to be a lot of good insights. Integrate your knowing. You are a spiritual being with animal instincts and the resources inside you to totally rock this life. Integrate all of your wisdom as you navigate your current situation. The fox has many traits that guides his joyful life. He is clever and cunning, aloof yet adorable, instinctual, wise, and creative. And he calls upon all of these diverse aspects of self to calibrate his inner guidance system. He lives and moves as a whole being, and that is where his magic lies. Your wholeness will be more compelling than any one aspect of you. Your answer lies in adding your options together and in making something new out of them. There is no need to pick a single alternative, nor to niche and focus on one tiny aspect of who you are. Your pure integrated essence radiates magic like nothing else does. It's time to infuse your book knowledge with your own innate wisdom. Meditate on your situation anew. refusing to fixate on past negative memories, what we've been talking about, and choosing to focus on present possibilities. Spending time in quiet reflection will allow you to really hear what your whole heart advises. Yes, this is such a great card to end, because it basically is telling you to go into that hermit state and to pick up all the pieces that are scattered all around you from all kinds of walks of life, from situations, from events. It's time to gather all of those broken pieces, not necessarily broken, but just all those pieces that have been scattered, that you've been putting your attention on, kind of bringing it back and making yourself whole. This inner love that we were talking about, this inner being, this rebuilding of your love, right? Here you have a heart. The Three of Swords is all about this stabbing sensation, feeling like you've been, suffering and hurting. But you know what they say? They say pain happens, but suffering is a choice. And suffering includes thinking of the past, thinking of things that you cannot change, things that you had no control over, things that you wish could have, should have, would have done. And it's enough. It's enough of that. It's time for you to pick up those pieces, put them all together, and really integrate it all, taking it in as such a beautiful lesson of life, where you're just going to grow and evolve into this beautiful, incredible being, this king of all kings, like this king of their emotion, of their environment, and maybe even soon of their work and life in abundance, right? Let me know if that has resonated. share, like, subscribe. And if everybody likes this kind of reading, I might just continue till maybe March. Ciao.